I'm not gonna lie, there are certain situations in life that make me just want to snap. It makes me just want to tear one into someone, hurt someone, be super angry at someone. It makes me just want to just go full guns blazing, just, blow my gasket and just go crazy about a certain situation. And the reason why I've been not doing that, and I've been trying my best to keep anger as an emotion hidden instead of exploding like you imagine like a hothead thing. It's because you got to control your emotions. Man, if I were to act on every single emotion that I have, my life would be horrible because people would make me angry super easily. I would just completely just blow a fuse and just absolutely tear one into someone or snap and just be mad at every situation. And I would let obviously other emotions at times also take over. But this is just kind of a reminder to say that you have to control your emotions. The first step to kind of maybe making anything happen, obviously, well, the first step is trust in God, right? Put God first. But if you put God first, there is like that thing that you realize that you fall short. You realize that you're not good enough without God. But your emotions, which is a version of you, it's a part of you, you need to fight against it because you know that you have your internal evils that are within you and you're always trying to fight against it. That's why the Bible instructs us against certain things because God knows that if you do fight against it, your life will be better. If you always are angry and you snap at people, I talk about anger specifically because that's a thing that I've been trying to deal with in my life. Like, if you've been watching this show, obviously for the full 322 days that we're at, it's 365 days, of course, that's the show. Earlier on in the show, I was talking about how like I'd snap at people often. Like I would let someone say something and then I would just kind of be so angry, right? I would say like I would curse them out sometimes. Sometimes I would just scream at them. I would just say something terrible, right? That hurts them. That makes me feel shameful at the end of it because I was like, oh, that didn't help anything, right? I just felt bad at the end. And it's been a while. It's been a while since I've actually felt that way. It's maybe been a few months since I've actually felt like just wanting to curse somebody out. Kind of the way I've been feeling a couple of different moments this last week or this last day, these last days. Because because I need to learn to calm down, right? I need to learn to calm down because I know what it's like, right? If you're angry and you let that emotion take you over, all you're doing is you're saying stuff that hurts other people, that makes them hate you, and it's like it's not going to be good for anybody involved in any situation. Whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether you don't even really know the person. You curse someone out, you say something super terrible, you regret it instantly, and other people they end up hating you more as a result. So that's just anger because anger is the thing that like sometimes I feel like it's rage. Like I feel that rage within me, and it takes a lot for me to just calm it down. I'm still not perfect by all means, not perfect at all. By no means am I perfect. I'm not, but I think I'm better off than where I was maybe like 8 months ago, 10 months ago. If these situations that happened would have happened around that time, I probably would have blown a fuse. I probably would have not been able to control what would I be doing. So this is just kind of a message about emotional control and the importance of it. That you will feel negative emotions. It's life. Like that's how it goes, right? You will feel like you want to blow a fuse, you want to snap at someone, you want to be super angry at someone because they said something or did something that you just absolutely hate. You will feel that way. You will feel like the incredible deep sinking nervousness and fears when you're going into a situation that you're unsure of. And when you're jumping into waters that you're uncertain of, you're doing something that's taking a risk in some way. You will feel those kind of deep feelings within you. When you do something successful, perhaps at times you will feel those deep feelings of pride that you want to go and boast to everyone how good you are, right? Also, again, no one likes that type of a person either. Those like arrogant type of people. But I think no matter what, those feelings will always be there. They will always be there, right? You wake up at like 11 in the morning, you're going to feel those slothful feelings that you're going to just want to be lazy all day and not really do anything, right? You're going to feel it. Like the feeling will always be there, right? When I talk about God and when I talk about following his teaching, when I talk about following Jesus' teaching, it is because the natural human instinct is evil. Like we have good within us and we have evil within us. And it's much easier to fall into the evil and it takes a little bit more discipline to actually do the good things. But that's why you have faith because you realize that you don't do it on your own. You realize that God can help you overcome those evils, by thinking about him, by reading the word, by reading what the Bible says about certain tendencies and certain things. So the reason why I talk about it and the reason why it's important is because you see all these negative emotions within you, right? And I see it within myself, and that's why I just want to say this little message, right? As it's Sunday, it's the holy day, it's the Lord's day. So I did want to kind of make that type of message that's like you will feel those feelings. You will feel those feelings of emotions that will make you want to hurt other people in some way. It may make you want to do whatever, right? But if you act on those emotions, if you let every single emotion dictate what you do, you're not going to get anywhere in life. You're just not. You're going to be angry at people and then they're going to hate you. You're going to be prideful and arrogant, so then people are not going to like you. You're going to be slothful and lazy, and you're going to waste a lot of time that you could be spent doing something productive. Instead you're just wasting time. You could be lustful and you end up falling into situations that are maybe filled with a lot of regret. You could end up being, I'm just going to go through the 7 deadly sins. You could end up feeling envious, right? You're feeling jealous of someone. And again, that causes you maybe to say something or do something. You're enacting revenge for someone or something. And that's something that's going to hurt you, and it's going to hurt other people. Other people, of course, are going to hate you for it. It's like, and you could be greedy, right? You could want something so bad that you throw away everything else in life to get there. And it's just like you've just basically ruined your life because you've let these emotions take over. You've let it take over. And fear as well. Fear is of course the biggest one, but all of these other emotions are the devil's sneaky tools to get you to of course fall into evil patterns of behavior. If you act on your emotions, it just makes your life worse. So the kind of warning, the kind of message of this podcast, apologies for this podcast being a little bit all over the place because it's just, my mind's just kind of a storm right now. The overarching message is you will always feel that feeling. Like, you cannot not feel fear, for example. It's going to be hard. You're always going to have the fears. They're going to be there. Like, as much as you want to optimize for whatever, for self-improvement, for like growth mindset, for new experiences, for whatever. There will always be someone that says or does something that will make you angry, and internally you will feel that ball of fire within you. There will always be moments that make you fearful that you're not going to want to do, but you know that if you do it, it will be good for you. But just internally, you feel that nervousness, you feel those butterflies in your stomach. There will always be moments that make you feel like you want to talk about yourself at a high level, be arrogant about a situation because you did something good. There will always be moments where you feel like you don't want to do anything at all, you want to be lazy. Right? There will always be moments where you feel the feeling. The emotions will always be there. They like you can't just not feel anything. It doesn't exist. Right? It only exists if you like do so many drugs that like you don't feel anything, right? And you're so like your mind, but that's just because your mind is messed up, right? Your mind is so messed up by that point that you shouldn't want to get to that state. It is a good thing to feel these feelings. It's a good thing because I said before, we have good and we have evil within us. And it's like you can choose to use those feelings for good and turn it into better things, or you can use it for evil. You can use anger as a fuel to, if you're angry about something, you can go to the gym and you can go harder on the weights because you're just thinking about how mad you are at something. You're putting the anger into something more fruitful, for example. Or you can use the anger to snap at someone, to get mad at someone, to just hate someone internally within you, or externally by actually making it known to them. And of course, that's not beneficial for anyone, right? So it's just something you have to choose. Think about God whenever you're in a moment where you feel those feelings. Think about what God might be looking down at you and what he might be thinking about and what he might be telling you. It's like, my son, don't do this. My daughter, don't do this. Don't make the mistake of going out and hurting other people because you internally feel this set of dopamine and chemicals within you that causes you to hurt other people. Instead, resist it. Resist your emotions. Resist them because, it doesn't mean you're never going to feel anything, but you're going to feel stuff, but you need to not let it affect you. You need to you need to learn to truly let your feelings come and go, not let it kind of affect your decision making, not let it affect how you treat other people, not let it affect your relationship with God. And if you can do that, if you can be successful in controlling your emotions and truly doing what you need to do regardless of how you feel, and obviously resisting kind of the temptation to go and again in anger lash out and hurt other people, for example, then you're going to do pretty well. You're going to do pretty well for yourself because like what makes people successful is they're able to overcome those doubts, overcome those fears, and overcome all emotion. And all it is, it's just chemicals in your mind. Like you're still here, you're still standing, life's still the same. It's just for whatever reason something happened and you're letting it just affect you so much. But don't let it affect you. You don't need to let it affect you so much. Always remember that God's with you. If you give it up to him and you truly learn to love instead of hate, then that can be the emotion, the primary emotion being positive instead of negative that you live your life by. And when you get into, not if, when you go into those moments where you have those emotions and someone makes you angry for whatever reason or whatever situation comes up and you have like this nagging negative emotion that you want to act on, it's important that you don't act on it. It's important that you just let it pass you by, focus on the good, focus on doing the good and the love instead of all of these negative things. Because once you start to act on your emotions, once you don't have any emotional self-control, it'll be terrible for all parties. You end up hurting yourself. You end up feeling more as I said, like you get angry at someone, you snap at someone, and you feel more shame at yourself that you did that, right? So it hurts yourself. Of course, it hurts other people, and of course, it hurts your relationship with God. So it starts with controlling your emotions. Controlling your emotions, and controlling your emotions can allow you to actually go and make strides towards better, towards the positive, towards the good. Always remembering God throughout all things. So that's kind of the message that I have for today. It's just me talking about something that I'm thinking about in my life right now. I've definitely talked about it many times on the show, so it is kind of a repetitive thing if you've been following the show for long enough. But I just wanted to kind of hammer the point home again, especially as I already said, especially as it's Sunday, it's the Lord's Day. I'm thinking about what God wants from me in my life personally, and in these current moments, in these current things that I'm dealing with, I know that it's definitely like whenever I'm acting out in moments of anger, he's looking down on me, and he's looking down on me disappointed because he's like, you know how you can do better, so you should like stop doing this, right? You should stop doing this. So I think about it for myself, and I think about just how many other people in the world probably go through worse, probably have even less control of their emotions, and probably are victim to their emotions. We often become victims to our emotions, and if you can learn to control it, you can learn to truly let them pass you by, not act on every emotion, every feeling that you have, and truly just pick and choose the good ones and act on them. You're going to do very well for yourself. You're going to be the type of person that people will enjoy being around. You're going to be the type of person that instead of always being like always only doing something because you want to, because it's about what you want, it allows you to be more selfless, focus on other people a little bit more, focus on what other people might feel, might think whenever you say or do something negative towards them. And I think there's no harm in that. There's no negativity in that. It can only be a beautiful, loving thing. So it can only be a beautiful thing coming from God. So that's why you gotta give it up to God first. You gotta let that be number one. But then you also have to focus on the fact that you're going to feel the emotions, but are you going to act on them? Acting on them is going to be very bad for you. Not acting on them it's going to make you just a better person in general. And the more you resist, the more the more you callous the mind, right? The more you actually, if you resist a couple times, then you can slowly build that fortress in your mind where you're never going to let emotions affect you. And if you don't let emotions affect you, you can really make it far. You can make it far in life, and it is a fuel that's very, very, it's very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. If you are in control of yourself, of what you say, of what you do, it can be very powerful. The mind's a very powerful tool. It can be very tricky sometimes to navigate it, but if you can figure out how to actually master your mind, how to actually be disciplined, that mental discipline, you'll find some good things happen in your life. So that's kind of all I wanted to say today. That's kind of my whole point for today. Learn to control your emotions because it will do very well for you. It will improve the relationships you have with other people, and of course, you're doing God's will. Every time you have a feeling within you that's negative but you don't act on it, you're doing God's will. You're doing God's will because truly there are many people that act on every single small thing that they feel, and you can tell that many of those people are broken. Many of those people hurt other people in their lives, and of course, it's never a good thing for anyone. So that's the message for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I ask that you like the show, follow on Spotify, subscribe on YouTube. If you enjoyed this episode, if this message sat with you, please let me know. Let me know what thing you deal with in your life as well. Let me know what emotion you have to overcome as well. If it is anger, it's anger for a lot of people, man. I'm just, spoiler alert, that's the case. It's fear for a lot of people. But if you have something else, let me know in the comments and let me know. and show your support any way you can. Anyways, by being here, it's always good. I appreciate you for watching this video till the end. I hope that this message spoke to you in some way. Again, forgive me for it being like all over the place. It's kind of one of those episodes where my mind, again, it's not quite right, but I'm trying to still say the message that is positive, that is right, that is truly good in the eyes of God, and truly good for you watching this on the internet to see, instead of all the slop that's on the internet, giving you a better message, better content to look at. So I hope I did a good job in doing that. Thank you for watching this episode of the 365 Podcast. You can go watch some other good episodes that I'll leave in the description and in the cards, which I do in every episode. Watch some of the other good episodes of the show if you enjoyed this one. Continue to glorify God every day throughout your life. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode.